I have a text tonight which is a question, and it's a question that we cannot answer collectively. It's a question you have to answer individually. It's found in the very practical epistle, as it's usually called, the epistle of James, in the 4th chapter, and verse 14. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time, and then it vanisheth away. And you know, this is about the most fascinating study that there is, and you will never face a more challenging question than this text. What is your life? Now notice what it doesn't say. It doesn't say what is life, because if it did, nobody has an answer. It doesn't say what is our life, otherwise we could fool all our thinking. It says, what is your life? And it gives the reply here in the text, it is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time. There are three main questions that come up in life. Children ask this question, where did I come from? And somewhere, sometime, you better give them the right answer, because if you don't, somebody will give them the wrong answer. And then maybe at your age right now, you're asking another question, why am I here? And then when you get further up the road, which I happen to be, you say, where do I go from here? So there are three basic questions about life. Where did it come from? Why am I here? And where do I go from here? Life at its best is very brief, like the falling of a leaf, like the binding of a sheaf, be in time. Swift to its close, ebbs out life's little day. Lives of great men should remind us that we all may be sublime, and departing leave behind us footprints in the sands of time. Life is fleeting, life is earnest, and the grave is not the goal. Dust thou art, to dust returnest, was not spoken of the soul. Now, if this book is about anything at all, it's about life. And you hear people say, well, life isn't just, life isn't fair. One man said life is a feast, another wise man said life is a fast. One man said life is a paradise, another man says life is a prison. You see, the question here is very pointed, and maybe it's very personal, it is impersonal, and maybe it's very painful. Maybe you could answer the question, what is your life? You say it's a failure. What is your life? A success. What is your life? It's a disappointment. But actually, it's showing to us, by the very context, that life is like a vapor. It's like the steam that comes off the kettle, and you try and get a handful of it, and it's gone. And in every case, in the Word of God, where life is referred to, that is, this physical life, it's likened to something that's very swift. Isaiah likens our life to the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven. Now, you know, there's a saying that it becomes almost facetious to say, but it's said amongst many Christians, only one life, will soon be past, and only what's done for God will last. When I am dying, how glad I shall be if the lamp of my life has been burned out for thee. I say tonight, it's easy to say, the things of earth will grow strange with them. You feel very pious when you say that. But you know, when you get to eternity and look back, the things of earth will look very grim. We'll possibly discover we've been as earthly minded as the reprobates outside who are dancing and lusting tonight. Life, men have been trying to manage it, direct it. They've kind of considered that if you made the environment better, we would produce better people. That's not true. You know, there's nobody go round in circles more than the politicians. The uncivilized people kill folk one at a time. They're pretty decent about it. Now we can wipe out whole cities. There's a possibility that a third of the population of the United States could be liquidated in less than 1 minute if there's a sudden, terrible, horrible, unthinkable atomic war. And the situation isn't better. Do you know that in the third world, we're giving billions of dollars away? Do you know in the third world right now, there are more billionaires than in the free world? And yet tonight, with all our progressive education, we have more sin, we have more darkness, we have more slums, we have more disease, we have more broken homes, more broken lives. The world is a madhouse. You'd think these politicians would give up. What in God's name are they doing, apart from wasting money, dangling a carrot on the end of a stick? The one thing we learn from history is that we don't learn from history. If we did, we wouldn't be in the mess that we're in tonight. Youth is a mistake, manhood is folly, old age is regret. Sure it is if you miss the one place to get life. And even in the days of his flesh, Jesus complained, ye will not come to me that ye may have life. Now do you remember his great statement? I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am the way, without that there's no going. I am the truth, without that there's no knowing. I am the life, without him there's no growing. I am the way, that's external. I am the truth, that's internal. I am the life, that's eternal.
I plead the blood over you. Thank you, Jesus.